Okay. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us. Would you please start just by introducing yourselves?
I'm Beth Marino. I'm the Chief Information Officer at Fox World Travel.
Okay.
And Lori Moress, Chief Operating Officer.
At Fox Travel. Great.
Yes.
Thank you very much for being with us this morning. So, we wanted to give you just a little bit of a chance to describe what you've developed with FlightStats Travel Waiver Services. What is the sort of different about what you guys have done?
This is Beth's brainchild. So,
Well, we're very excited to partner with FlightStats and continue our long-standing relationship. And the waivers was something that right away, when we saw it was an opportunity that we wanted to jump all over. We know that that is something that's very impactful to our customers. And we've had the opportunity to take the data from FlightStats, integrate it with our agents so that they have access to the information, the customer's waiver information immediately upon accessing their reservation. They also have point of sale pop-ups so they don't have to hunt through the reservation to find it. Then we've also integrated it with our client portals so our travelers have access directly. It's right next to their travel reservation if a waiver is applicable. And then we also notify the travelers directly if there's a waiver applicable so that they can contact us proactively to help them be reaccommodated.
Okay. So, how do you see this changing the way Fox serves your travelers?
it changes both aspects, both the client aspect as well as our own ability to deliver service in the event of flight disruptions. So, from the travel agent's perspective, which is my area of the business, they no longer have to match up a reservation. Is there a waiver issued for it yet? It's already in the reservation immediately when they access it. It streamlines the process. It shaves minutes off of the reaccommodation process, quite frankly. And in this day and age, a big part of what we do for our clients is to protect them and to help reaccommodate them when things go wrong during travel. So to be able to do that more quickly and more consistently is making a huge difference to our ability to deliver that service.
Great, great. So, you talk about putting the information into the hands of the travelers. Tell us a little bit about what was the sort of motivation. Why go that direction?
Well, the information is fantastic for our travel agents to have, but if the travelers don't even know it's an option, then there's so many missed opportunities for us to help assist them during travel disruption. So they can be in a meeting or on the cab in the way to the airport, or maybe they haven't even left yet. And to know that there's a waiver applicable and they can reaccommodate immediately at no additional cost to them, it puts the power in the hands of the traveler and it allows us to be more proactive.
Excellent.
And also, airlines have begun issuing the waivers farther in advance. So not that long ago, it would have to be in the heat of the moment before a waiver was issued, and they're much more proactive about anticipating those situations now. So this is really, it's doable in a way that it hasn't been in the past because of that advance notice that we're receiving now.
Wow, great. So, do you have some specific goals for your business around this implementation of this service that
Ultimately,
you want to share?
Sure, I think so. It's definitely part of our overarching goal as an organization to continue to focus on the traveler experience. So this is, a piece where we can get it both in the hands of our associates and the travelers directly, and then just improve a touch point that we weren't previously touching in the process. So it definitely focuses on that goal, in which really everything that we do centers around how we can improve that traveler experience. And then obviously the operational efficiencies that we will have that Lori spoke to, I think are, only time will tell, and, major disruptions will show exactly what that will mean as far as time savings and increase in our service to our travelers.
Okay, good. Do you have any idea? Do you want to even take a stab at what kind of impact you think it'll have in terms of efficiency for your agency?
Well, like I said, it will shave minutes off of this process. Each one of these disruption calls that we receive will be reduced by minutes. So it allows us to have that much faster access to the seats for reaccommodation, that much faster in handling each call as it comes in, because really time is of the essence during those
Right.
peak
especially
times
during
when
those
people
times.
are calling in.
Right.
It's huge. And the agent frustration factor. You know,
Yes.
they want to provide service to people in need, and when they're bogged down with, you know, all these steps that have to take place, we've removed that frustration, and it allows them to do what they really love to do, which is to be there for our customers.
Right. Great. So, what do you say to perhaps the corporate travel manager who says, "Well, the airline already reaccommodates my travelers. Why does this matter?"
I think that there are some situations where the airlines reaccommodate proactively, but because they've done such a good job of allowing the waivers out in advance, they're not. The reaccommodations are really when the flight's only delayed or canceled.
Okay.
And so now there might be a situation where, from a corporate traveler perspective, it's just as easy to have that meeting in 2 days. So they can be proactive about changing their meetings and plans versus spending all day in the airport.
This process allows us to be out in front of that situation.
Mm.
We're in front of it rather than waiting until the heat of it, and the next flight might be sold out already. Well, we've been able to reaccommodate that person hours ago, and so they're not waiting until the flight's actually canceled.
Right. Which
Sometimes,
is go ahead.
sometimes even a day in advance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's great not only for your travelers, but even at some level for the airline by
Yes.
virtue of being able to recover from their disruption more quickly.
Exactly, right.
Good.
And why create that anxious moment for the traveler en route
Sure.
when we can take that out of the process by handling it in advance?
Great. Great. So, you have any future plans you want to share with us? Maybe pull back the curtain a little bit for Waivers 3i.
We have plans to create a dashboard for travel managers
Okay.
to see all of their travelers and where they are at and if they are impacted by a waiver, so that they would have a better handle on, you know, what calls or the volume of travel that they might be experiencing, or just challenges that their travelers will be aware of. They can know about the friction before it takes place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're looking at further expanding our client-facing communication.
Mm.
So currently we're sending them an email to notify them, so we're looking to expand beyond that.
Okay. Great. Anything else you want to add? Anything I should have asked you but didn't?
I think we're just very excited with the opportunity to enhance the service to the travelers. As an organization, we've spent a lot of time in the past 12 months studying the traveler experience, and to use that word friction, to remove this friction from that experience is just a huge part of what we are focused on right now, and it's going to have a tremendous impact on our ability to do that.
Great. Well, we're very excited to be partnering with Fox on this. So thank you very much.
Thank you.